Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. The investigation by Dutch police continues into how former Bosnian Croat General Slobodan Praljak was able to obtain the vial of cyanide he used in his dramatic suicide last week in The Hague. There has been no confirmation of whether or not his body will remain in the Netherlands until the end of the official investigation. President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović welcomed Croats from Bosnia and Herzegovina to the presidential palace in Zagreb. The president, who addressed the group, saying that Croatia defended Bosnia and Herzegovina during the war and did not take part in a joint criminal enterprise. She said it was unfortunate that the day's events were overshadowed by the tragedy that took place at the Hague courtroom 3 days ago. In related news, the president will travel to the United States next week for a special session of the UN Security Council regarding the closing of the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia. She is expected to address Croatia's standpoint regarding the last week's judgment against the 6 Croats from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Prime Minister Andrej Plenković was on hand for the grand opening of a brand new state-of-the-art student dorm in the northern city of Varaždin. The complex is equipped with 5 floors, 12 classrooms, 6 communal kitchens, and 243 dorm rooms with 600 beds.
We will continue to do everything we can over the next few years to make sure that our students enter the world with the highest possible standards of education. These young people will gain both the cultural knowledge and specific skills necessary to create the jobs that will help keep them in Croatia. They will contribute to the economy and our overall development, as well as demographic revitalization of our country by deciding to stay here and build their families. This is a quality dormitory and a great addition to the Varaždin area. The dorm will not only be used by the University of Zagreb, but also our Northern University students and those studying at trade schools as well.
The Prime Minister also announced some upcoming measures that aim to raise the minimum wage.
Next week we have an important package of measures that will hopefully raise the minimum wage. We want to enable our citizens to live a dignified life. Too many of our people live on the edge of poverty. Without solidarity and without raising salaries and the overall standard of living for young people, workers and retirees, our positive economic trends are simply not enough to improve people's lives.
In other news, Agrokor founder Ivica Todorić says he has filed a request with the Constitutional Court to determine the legality of Lex Agrokor, the legislation which allowed the government to assume control over the heavily indebted food and retail consortium. In his latest blog, he reiterated that the law violated his constitutional and basic human rights. On the other hand, the Constitutional Court said they have received no such request. With Christmas right around the corner, the Advent season is in full swing in the Croatian capital. Zagreb has had the best Christmas market in Europe for the past 2 years, a prestigious title they hope to repeat. Parks and squares around the city will feature various concerts and events, as well as huts selling food, drinks, and handicrafts. Also in commemoration of the beginning of Advent season, Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović opened up a traditional Christmas display on the grounds of the presidential palace. People are welcome to visit free of charge every Friday and Saturday between 4 and 8 p.m. until December 23rd. Zagreb Mayor Milan Bandić participated in the day's events.
I'd like to thank the President for opening up her home to us today for the beginning of Advent. We all deserve a little more laughter in our lives at this time of year. Thank you all and have a happy holiday.
The 18th annual Šibenik Regatta is in full swing. 35 boats from Croatia, Slovenia and Sweden are taking part in the 3-day event that wraps up tomorrow. Spectators can view the entire regatta from the town's boardwalk, making it a truly unique experience. The yearly event is held in honor of St. Nicholas, the patron saint of sailors.
As long as we've got people here, it means that they're having fun. You can't ask for much more than that. We've got enough wind, about 12 knots coming out of the northeast, and we're expecting it to pick up a bit. We have 35 boats with amazing crews. I'm expecting to see some very high-quality sailing.
Taking a quick look at sports, in the 18th round of the Croatian Football League, defending league champs Rijeka lost at home to Hajduk 2-1. And in the earlier game this afternoon, Osijek defeated Slaven Belupo 2-0. Tomorrow, Lokomotiva plays Cibalia, while first place Dinamo plays Inter. And finally, in regional ABA Basketball League action, Zagreb's Civita defeated Macedonian side MZT 77-65. The weather forecast for tomorrow calls for partly to mostly cloudy skies. The central and southern Adriatic will see isolated showers, while higher elevations, the Dalmatian hinterland and Slavonia, can expect snow. The Adriatic coast will get a moderate to strong northeasterly wind, while the Velebi Channel will get a gale-force northeasterly with hurricane-strength gusts. Luckily, winds will die down towards the end of the day. The southern coast will get a very strong southeasterly and southwesterly that will gradually switch to a northwesterly. Seas will be moderately to mostly wavy. Morning lows are between -5 and 0 inland, and between 3 and 8 on the coast, will give way to highs of -2 to 3 inland and 3 to 8 degrees Celsius on the coast. The continent will get clear to mostly sunny skies to start the week. Clouds are set to move in on Tuesday, bringing isolated showers. Temperatures during the day will rise slightly, while mornings will continue to drop. The Adriatic coast will be slightly cooler to start the week. Frost is expected in places. Temperatures will rise gradually as the week moves on. Sunny skies will prevail on Monday and winds will die down considerably. And that brings us to the end of our program. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow night.